My dear family, welcome back. If you're watching this, it means you've lived through decades of challenges, victories, heartbreaks, and lessons that younger people might never understand. And before we dive into anything important, I want to ask you something simple, something real. How are you today? Not the polite answer, the honest one. Did you sleep well? Did you eat properly? Is your heart at peace or carrying something heavy? I ask because you're not random viewers. You're my people, my community, my extended family that stretches across continents. Whether you're in Pakistan, India, the UK, the US, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Bangladesh, Canada, or anywhere else, I want you to tell me where you're watching from, because you're not alone here. This is a home for seniors who refuse to give up on themselves. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, not for me, but for yourself. You deserve a space where older people are heard, valued, respected, and understood. A space where aging doesn't feel like a burden, but like a badge of honor. Now, listen carefully, because today's message might be one of the most important ones I've ever shared. As we move past 50, 60, 70, life stops giving us as many chances. Small mistakes become big consequences. A simple argument can damage relationships that took years to build. A tiny health issue can grow into something serious. One careless decision can shake our financial stability or destroy our peace. That's why today's lesson is about something powerful: awareness, wisdom, protection, and emotional strength. Because once you cross a certain age, you can't afford to be reckless with your trust, your money, your heart, or your energy. The world changes, people change, and sometimes people change toward you in ways you never expected. What I'm about to share over the next parts may surprise you. It may shock you. It may even hit your heart in places you've kept silent for years. But it will also awaken you. It will protect you. It will guide you. So sit back, breathe, and get ready. Because these truths can shape how you live the rest of your life with more peace, clarity, and confidence than ever before. Because the first thing every senior must understand is this: after 60, trust becomes a luxury, and giving it to the wrong person can cost you everything. Let's begin with the truth most people avoid talking about. After 60, your trust becomes the most valuable and the most vulnerable part of your life. When you were younger, you could afford to trust the wrong people. You could recover from betrayal, restart financially, rebuild friendships, and heal emotionally. But after a certain age, recovery is not as simple. A broken trust at 65 doesn't just hurt. It can take away your peace, your stability, and sometimes even your dignity. As we age, our circle becomes smaller. We stop making new friends easily. The people we rely on become fewer. And because of this, even a tiny betrayal hits 10 times harder. Think about it. At this stage of life, we open our hearts slowly, carefully. We share our stories, our savings, our vulnerabilities, our fears, but not everyone deserves that level of access. Some people approach seniors not with love, but with intention. Not to support, but to take. Not to comfort, but to control. You may not notice it at first. It starts small, a person who constantly asks for help, a relative who only calls when they need something, a friend who suddenly becomes sweet when money is involved, a neighbor who shows interest only when they expect favors, a family member who slowly tries to influence your decisions. These people don't break your heart all at once. They do it silently, piece by piece. And because seniors are naturally more trusting, more emotional, more forgiving, they become easy targets. People forget that seniors still crave companionship, still crave conversation, still crave attention. And sometimes the wrong person uses that softness to their advantage. But here's the important lesson. You don't become wiser with age by trusting everyone. You become wiser by trusting carefully. At this age, you must protect 3 things at all costs. Your peace, don't let anyone disturb it. Your health, stress is poison after 60. Your finances, one wrong decision can destroy years of effort. Your trust is not something you should give freely anymore. It's something people must earn. In the next part, I will reveal something even more shocking, the second reason seniors must protect themselves. And this one is not about trust. It's about emotional manipulation, a trap many older people fall into without even realizing. Because the next danger seniors face isn't about money or trust. It's about someone quietly controlling your emotions without you noticing. Now listen carefully, because what I am about to tell you here is something most seniors never recognize until the damage is already done. After 60, emotional manipulation becomes one of the biggest hidden dangers in your life. Not because you're weak, but because you're kind. Seniors are naturally more empathetic, more patient, more forgiving, and more willing to see the good in others. And sadly, there are people who use that softness as a doorway to control your emotions. Manipulation doesn't always look like shouting or fighting. Sometimes it comes wrapped in sweetness. Sometimes it comes disguised as concern. Sometimes it arrives as advice, help, or care. It begins very quietly. Someone starts telling you what you should or shouldn't do. Someone begins making decisions for you without asking. Someone uses guilt to influence you. Someone says, "I only want what's best for you," but their actions say something else. It often comes from people you already trust, relatives, friends, neighbors, even close family members. Manipulation is never loud. It is slow, it is gentle, it is patient, and that's why it works. An emotional manipulator knows exactly how to push the right buttons. They make you feel guilty when you say no. They make you feel dependent when you're perfectly capable. They make you doubt your own judgment. They make you feel like you owe them because they helped you once. They make you believe you can't manage your life without them. And all of this creates something dangerous. They gain control over your emotions without you even realizing it. The scary part? Many seniors mistake manipulation for love. They think, "She cares for me. He worries about me. They want to protect me." But love and manipulation never look the same when you step back and see clearly. Love gives freedom. Manipulation limits it. Love respects your opinions. Manipulation replaces them. Love lifts you up. Manipulation uses your vulnerability. And once someone gains emotional control over you, everything else becomes easier to take: your time, your energy, your decisions, even your finances. But don't worry, because awareness is power. Once you learn to recognize these signs, you break their control instantly. In the next part, we go deeper, because the third danger seniors face isn't emotional or financial. It's something far more personal. Something that affects your daily life, peace, and independence without you ever noticing. Because the third threat seniors face after 60 is something so subtle, yet so damaging, that it can quietly destroy your independence without a single warning. There's a danger most seniors never recognize until it's too late, a slow, quiet loss of independence, not because of age, but because of the people around them. And the shocking part, it rarely happens through force. It happens through routine, through habits, through tiny moments repeated over months and years. You see, after 60, 65, or 70, people begin treating you differently. Sometimes out of love, sometimes out of concern, and sometimes out of convenience. They start doing small things for you, then bigger things. And before you realize it, you've stopped doing them yourself. It begins subtly. "Don't worry, I'll handle that for you. You don't need to go out. I'll bring whatever you need. You don't have to make that decision. Let me help." At first, it feels comforting. It feels supportive. It feels like someone cares. But slowly, something dangerous happens. Your independence shrinks. You stop handling your own money. You stop making your own choices. You stop going out like you used to. You stop feeling confident in your own decisions. Not because you can't, but because someone else has quietly taken over. And this taking over doesn't always come from a bad place. Sometimes people believe they're helping. But help becomes harmful when it removes your freedom, your voice, your confidence, or your sense of control. Because here's the truth. The moment you stop doing things for yourself, your mind and body begin to decline. You lose mental sharpness, you lose physical strength, you lose emotional stability. You lose your decision-making confidence. Independence is not just about doing tasks. It's about maintaining your identity. When someone else starts deciding what you eat, where you go, how you spend money, who you talk to, how you live, your life becomes smaller without you noticing. And once your independence fades, every other danger becomes easier for others to exploit. Emotional control, financial manipulation, isolation, or pressure. But here's the powerful truth. You can reclaim your independence at any age. It starts with small steps, doing things for yourself, speaking up, setting boundaries, and reminding people that you are fully capable. You may be older, but you are not helpless. And in the next part, we discuss the fourth and most heartbreaking danger seniors face. Something that affects not just your independence, but your inner spirit and emotional strength. Because the fourth danger seniors face after 60 is the most painful one. The quiet loneliness that enters your life even when you re-surrounded by people. There is a kind of loneliness that seniors feel, a loneliness that isn't loud, doesn't cry, and doesn't show itself openly. It's quiet. It's gentle. It hides behind smiles. And it lives inside millions of people over 60, 65, and 70, even when they're surrounded by family. You see, loneliness after a certain age isn't about being alone. It's about feeling unseen, feeling unheard, feeling like your presence doesn't matter the way it once did. When you were younger, people needed you, your strength, your advice, your support, your earnings, your decisions. You had a purpose. You were the center of your home. But as the years passed, something changed. Slowly, quietly, without warning. Life shifted. Now, people are busy. Your children have their own families. Your friends have moved away or passed on. Your social circle has become smaller each year. And suddenly, you find yourself spending more time alone with your thoughts than with people. You begin to notice the silence in your home more than the voices. You notice the empty chair more than the memories. You notice that days pass quickly, but conversations are rare. And the worst part, most seniors never tell anyone they're lonely. Not because they're weak, but because they don't want to bother anyone. So they keep their pain quiet. They smile when someone calls. They say, "I'm fine," even when they're hurting. They act strong even when their heart feels heavy. But let me tell you something important. Loneliness at this age is not just emotional, it's dangerous. It affects your health. It affects your sleep. It affects your appetite. It affects your energy. It affects your memory. It affects your will to live. Humans were never meant to live in silence. They were meant to be heard, valued, hugged, appreciated, respected, and included. But here's the good news. Even at this age, loneliness can be defeated. You can rebuild connections. You can rediscover purpose. You can surround yourself with people who respect your presence. It starts with one thing, not giving up on yourself. Go outside, talk to someone new, call an old friend. Join a local group, share your wisdom, tell your story. Claim your place in the world again, because after 60, 70, or 80, your life is not ending. It is changing, and you still have so much to give. You deserve love, respect, connection, and joy just as much as anyone else. Because when seniors understand these 5 dangers, trust, manipulation, independence loss, emotional emptiness, and loneliness, they become stronger, wiser, and more powerful than ever before. If you want a next part about how seniors can protect themselves and rebuild their happiness,